Okay, good evening. This is Billy from livingin southeastasia.com, and I thought I'd make this quick video. It's totally unscripted, it's just on the fly. Um, I've been here in Laos for, well, tomorrow's going to be 1 month. Okay, exactly 1 month. And thought I'd just give you my impressions, what I think about moving here from Thailand. Okay. Whether I'll be here for a while or move on to somewhere else. Um, okay, so the day I arrived here, I remember, after a 2-day bus ride ordeal from Thailand, um, crossed the border and yeah, arrived in Paksay, and I'm thinking to myself, did I make the right choice moving here? You know, it is much more rural than Laos, than Thailand. Okay, um, I mean, I before moving here, I was living in Hat Yai, which is the fifth largest city in Thailand, with a population of, I believe, 400,000, something like that, and I thought that was rural. You know, Paksay population is about, I think, 80,000. Um, so the first week, I guess I was questioning whether I made the right choice. Um, but as the weeks went on, I started to like this place more and more. Okay, and yes, and I'm at the point where I really like it here. Okay, right now I don't know if you can see it, but I'm walking along the Mekong River. Yes, the famed Mekong River. Yeah. Um, and I do this walk, about every night. Okay, so one thing that has happened since moving here, um, I'm getting more exercise. I'm more active compared to when I was living back in Hat Yai. Much more active, doing more things. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why that is. Maybe just a different environment or whatever. Okay. Um, and as far as how long, well, I'll be here. Well, I do have a 1-year visa. Okay. Um, I don't see myself leaving the country of Laos in the near future. Um, I might leave Paksay within the year. Who knows? Maybe I like to also live in other parts of Laos. Vientiane is the capital. Okay. Um, maybe later on in the year I might venture on over there, move over there to Vientiane, the capital city. Okay. Um, but one of the reasons why, or let me give you two reasons why I moved here. One reason is the language is very similar to Thai. Well, at least the northeastern part of Thai. Okay. Um, so, um, if I'm trying to communicate with a local and they have no idea what I'm saying, I could just resort to Thai and my Thai is by no way, I'm not by any ways fluent, but I could get by in Thai, and if I use Thai here, most people will understand it. Okay, and one thing I've noticed is that when just going to restaurants around town, the music they play, they're all Thai bands. The TV programs are Thai. So I found that quite interesting. So I would say that if someone doesn't speak English, but if you could speak Thai, most likely you'll be understood. Okay. The second reason why I moved here, okay, is because Laos shares borders with 5 other countries. Okay, those countries being Vietnam to the east, Cambodia to the south, Thailand to the west, Myanmar to the northeast, and China to the north. Okay, so which makes it very easy to visit a different country every month if I wanted to, or rather if I had the money to the funds, the finances. But yeah, where I live in Pak Se, it's kind of like in the middle of a Vietnamese community. Okay, and so basically, I'm learning Laos right now on my own, but I could also learn Vietnamese if I wanted to, because you know, I'm in that environment. So it's like living in one country and learning two languages, or five languages for that matter. You got Vietnamese. What's the language in Cambodia? Khmer, Thai, Myanmar is Burmese maybe, and China's Chinese. So depending on where you live, if you live up north near the China border, you know, you could also learn Chinese and cross the border and practice Chinese. Okay, live near the Vietnam border, cross the border and practice your Vietnamese. So, but yeah, and actually next month I'm planning to visit Vietnam. Okay, maybe take a week off. Right now I'm just trying to coordinate everything. I need to get a visa for Vietnam. Transportation. Well, there are flights from Pak Se to Ho Chi Minh City, but I checked today and they're quite expensive. So anyhow, one question I'd like to address. I get this all the time. People say to me, "Oh, you know, Billy, yeah, I really wish I could do what you're doing. You know, like live and travel around the world." And you know, well, first of all, like, let me just get this straight. People ask me if I'm a digital nomad. Well, a digital nomad will live in different cities, different countries for months at a time before moving on. For me, I mean, I tend to live in a country longer than that. I think the shortest amount of time I've lived in a country in Vietnam was 2 years. Okay, so I don't know if I would consider myself a digital nomad, but a nomad, possibly, definitely, yeah. So anyhow, for those of you that out there that you know, maybe you're, you know, tired of living where you are at, okay, you're not happy with your country's government, whatever reason, you just want to get away from it all, you know, wipe the slate clean, start from afresh in a new country. I get it all the time, and I've given advice to several people, you know, about how they could go about doing so. Okay, now I'm not telling you, you know, just stop what you're doing, just come over here without a plan. You've got to have a plan. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but you know, I would say, first of all, if you're working in an industry where you can, you know, where you could work remotely, that would be the ideal situation. Okay, that would be ideal. You're working at a company where they will allow you to work remotely anywhere in the world. Okay, but if not, if you have a certain skill, you know, let's say programming, you're a computer programmer, designer, okay, whatever, you have a certain skill, okay, then you could offer your services as a freelancer, okay? You could sign up on sites like Fiverr or Upwork, okay? One of the easiest ways that myself and other people included have what we've done, you know, to come over here was teach English, okay? When I lived in Japan, that's how I pretty much supported myself, by teaching English at a school. Okay, then I moved to Vietnam, and then COVID hit, and then all of it went online, and was teaching English online, and been doing it till this day. Okay, so one idea is if you have if you speak another language, whatever, try to teach that online, because you want to set up a second source of income or a main source of income before you move over. Okay, even if you have $1 million, okay, well, $1 million will probably last you your lifetime if you move over here, but I still suggest that you have some type of income, because I've seen it way too many times where a lot of guys would come here with 50 grand, 20 grand, whatever, think it'll just last them their lifetime, and after a couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 years, they're broke, and they're faced with the choice of either, they're faced with only one choice, and that's going back. Okay, so you don't want to be in that position. Okay, you might think that having 100 grand and coming to Thailand or Laos will last you for the rest of your life. You could, but if you live the local lifestyle, but you need to have some type of income source coming in. Okay, whether it be freelancing, okay, whether it be from investments, okay. Another idea is if you have the funds available, purchase some real estate back in your home country, okay, rent it out, lease it out, put it on Airbnb, okay, and get some rental income, and then use that to live here. I mean, it's dirt cheap. Living here is dirt cheap, okay? So that's another idea for obtaining funds to live here. So you can either maybe teach a language online, or buy an apartment or a house in your home country, use the rental income. Now, I don't really suggest, if possible, if you have the cash to buy it outright, that's what I would suggest. Because if you take out a mortgage and the tenant down the road moves out, remember you're responsible for covering that mortgage. That's coming out of your pocket. Okay, so I would highly suggest, if possible, if you're going to buy a property, make sure you try to pay off as much of it as possible, or try to buy it free and clear with no mortgage. Okay, so let's see. So those are two ideas, two suggestions that I just gave you for moving out here. One, if you have a skill, language ability, and you can teach that online. Second, investments, whether it be real estate, whether it be, or you just this is like check this out, a market. This is a market right here. Okay, so a lot of people come here, eat, drink, be merry, right across from the Mekong River. This is the life, I'm telling you. I wouldn't really trade this for all the money in the world. All the money in the world, well, maybe I would, but 100,000, nah. I'm quite happy. So anyhow, getting back to what I was saying, so those are two ideas for creating sources of income that you could use to support yourself. Okay, or if you have some special ability, whatever, you can try getting maybe a work permit, have a company sponsor you here. Okay, now with a lot of these Southeast Asian countries, basically, well, I know in Thailand's like this. A company will not hire you if a Thai person could do the same job. Okay, so basically the laws structured so it protects their locals. Okay, so if you're thinking of coming to Thailand and being a bartender, well, good luck with that, because I mean, I've seen people do that, but that would be illegal. So you need to have something that differentiates yourself from. You need some special ability that you could do that a Thai person or cannot. Okay. But yeah, if you could have a company sponsor you, that's also, it's also another way. Okay. Now, thing is, a lot of people that watch all these YouTubers and vloggers, and they get all motivated, says, yeah, I'm going to do that, this year I'm going to do that, next year. I would say out of 100 people that say to themselves they're going to make the move, most likely maybe 5%, less than 10% will actually take action. So the most important thing is taking action. Okay. First of all, you need to have a plan. Okay. Like I said earlier, just don't come out here, with 5 grand, 10 grand and hoping to wing it and make it work. You gotta have a plan. Okay. But I think the biggest thing is maybe fear. The biggest thing that keeps people from achieving their dreams or goals, or, because a lot of people talk. So they'll say, yeah, I'll do this. I remember during when was it, last presidential election, a lot of people in America saying, well, if Trump moves, I'm moving to Canada. Where are those people now? Are they in Canada? Maybe, I mean, I don't know, but it's like you can't just up and move to Canada. You need to also have a source of income. You need to have a visa, and so it needs to be planned out. Okay, so first of all, have a plan. Okay, and do a little bit and work towards that plan. Okay, like for example, if your plan is to move here within a year. Okay, so let's say the first month, do research, find out which country you want to live in. Okay, let's say you choose Laos. Okay, number 2, find out what are the requirements, what type of visa options are there, what's available. Okay, because you're going to want to have some type of visa. I mean, I know people that just do visa runs. They live here and every couple of months just cross the border, come back in. But a lot of countries are cracking down on that. Okay, so what type of long-term visa options are available? Like in Thailand, there's a retirement visa. Okay, Malaysia has a MM2 MM28, Malaysia My Second Home program, where if you buy a piece of property, you could get a 10-year visa. Okay, so research your options. Okay, so yeah, do a little bit every month that will do something that will help you get closer to your goal. Okay, and yeah, and also another thing is, whichever country you choose, in Thailand, yeah, in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, most people speak English. Okay, in Laos, you'll find a lot of people, depending on where, like in Vientiane, a lot of people speak English. Even here in Pak Se, some people will, but not everyone will. So I'm the type of person where if I move to a country, I try to learn the local language. Okay, at least be, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you be fluent, but at least know enough to get by. Okay, it will help you tremendously. Okay, so that will definitely help. Okay, but so yeah, man, let me just show you guys the Mekong. Well, it's nighttime. I gotta do a video in the daytime to show you guys what it's like out here in the daytime. It is absolutely beautiful. Last week I crossed that bridge over there. Okay, it took me 20 minutes one way. 20 minutes. So this Mekong River's got to be over a mile long. I mean a mile wide, not a mile long. Actually, Mekong River starts, I believe, in Yunnan province in China, and it goes all the way down to into Vietnam, to the Mekong Delta. So, all right. Well, I've been yapping for 20 minutes. So, hope you were able to get value out of this video. I hope that I was able to give you some ideas with ways of making some money, okay, and achieving your goal of moving out here, or not even in Southeast Asia, anywhere in the world, okay. And yeah, and if anyone out there, if you have questions about anything, I've got a website, livinginsoutheastasia.com. Check out the website. I've got a YouTube channel. Well, oh, if you're watching this, I guess, yeah, this is a YouTube channel. So, but yeah, and also any questions you might have, feel free to, you know, send me a message, okay? If you want to do a conference call, I'm okay with that. You know, we can do a conference call, and feel free to ask away any questions you might have, okay? I've been living in Asia for over 30 years, okay? 26 years in Japan, 2 years in Vietnam, 4 years in Thailand, and now a month in Laos. Okay, so I hope this helped. So if you found value in this, make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. And this is Billy coming to you from Pak Se, Laos, walking along the Mekong River. Over and out.